So we're back for another episode of NBA 2K14. In the last episode, earlier the Miami Heat defeated the Orlando Magic in a close one by 111 to 109, as the Orlando Magic tried a furious comeback. But a failed shot, as we all know, that was the craziest shot that almost went in, but not quite. Where Victor Oladipo so close with the game winner half court shot, he went in, but he in and out, he did not get it. So for Miami Heat, LeBron James got 32 points and 7 assists. Dwayne Wade got 25 points and 9 assists. On the other hand, both Orlando Magic are Victor Oladipo and Jameer Nelson share with 27 points, and even Glenn Davis here to Turkey share with 10 points. And a close victory for the Orlando Magic as they take a 2-0 series over the 8th seed Orlando Magic. Here's the NBA playoff 3. What's going on here is the Miami Heat are now taking 2-0 series of the home court. So, coming up next, second matchup of his second game in the NBA playoffs, game number 2, between the number 5 seed Indiana Pacers taking on the 4 seed New York Knicks. Paul George and Danny Granger up against Carmelo Anthony and J.R. Smith. Will the Pacers try to go even the series at 1, or will be the Knicks trying to go surprising to take the 2-0 lead in the 8th as the 4th seed losing team? So for this game, the Pacers gonna use the yellow jersey and the Knicks gonna use the white. So now we're going to sending Kevin Harlan here in New York City at the downtown Madison Square Garden. Anyways, let's get started. Enjoy the video. Now, here we go, and let's get started. Enjoy!
Welcome everyone, I'm Damon Bruce and this is the NBA on 2K Sports. The first round of the NBA playoffs continue as we take you east. It's going to be the Indiana Pacers up against the New York Knicks. 2K Sports presentation of the NBA.
We've got an electric crowd in a sold-out arena here in New York City. Round 1 of the East rolls on. Game 2 alongside Steve Kerr and Clark Carroll. This is Kevin Harlan. Playoff basketball on 2K Sports. A quick check now at the starting lineups for both teams. One of the guys we'll be watching out for today, Amari Stoudemire.
And, you know, this is a pick-and-roll league. We all know that. Everyone runs it, and he's really, really good with that particular play. He'll set the screen, really good timing when he rolls, and then the ability to catch and make a shot from there.
And you know what? He's like a tank when he's coming down the lane. Lay into him as hard as you can. You're not going to be able to knock him off balance.
Taking a look at New York. A successful outing in Game 1 has them right where they want to be with a chance here, guys, to take Game 2 on their home court.
And anytime you can go up 2-0 in a series, it's not a guarantee, but history tells us that you almost always win. So, huge game here tonight.
Well, I'll take it a step further and say whichever team wins this game will go on to win the series, Steve. It's a bold statement to make, but I'm not afraid of bold statements. I do believe that. Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them at any given time.
The Knicks shooting their first free throw of the game right now. New York on D. It's a three-point game. They won in their last outing, Saturday's game.
Yeah, it didn't seem to be much of a challenge for them in that game. It seemed like they scored at will. Not much defense that they were facing.
Yep, they had the defense on its heels early the entire game, and actually nearly the entire game, and no matter what unit was out there, it looked like a mismatch to me.
Here's Anthony. And Kowalski is fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
At the line for one.
here is Hill. Granger outside. The dish to West. Puts the fadeaway right on the money. Knicks have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Anthony against Granger. The drive by Anthony. Outside for Felton. And that one's good. Felton's got his first bucket of the night. New York on team. And Horace Burke spoke with Mike Woodson. Horace?
Coach didn't mince words for his team, telling them that even though they took game 1, they'll need to come out and play the same way to keep home court advantage. He said, so far, we've just held serve, and it's only going to get tougher from here on out.
Thank you, Doris.
They're off and running. Good start here. They've knocked down 4 of their first 5.
Hill kicks to George. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hill has got 3 assists now in this one.
Red hot right out of the gates. 4 for 4 shooting.
Anthony with it. Smith outside. Hands it from downtown. Smith's got his first 3 points of the game.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere. I thought it might be a little imprudent to try to get those points right back, but it worked.
Now here's Granger. Hibbert dishes to Granger. And the Pacers another 3. Anthony with it. Picked up by Hibbert. And the jump by Chamber. Sky high. Fantastic run.
Possession.
Indiana's gone 3 of 3 from deep. 9 points run up from outside here in the first. Hill up top. He's covered by Felton. Right side George. Now the pass to West. 6 on the shot clock. That's good. West has got his second basket of the night. For New York, they've gotten 6 or 7 shots to fall in the first quarter. They're off and running. Chandler, the pass to Felton. And again, New York with the triple.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
Outside Hill. George. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And that's the play we're going to remember when this game is all said and done.
Now, here is Smith. Back to Anthony. On deep. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. 6 points for Carmelo Anthony.
I don't know how we can keep this pace up. Both teams on fire here early. And playing the game on rollerblades, too.
That's good.
You're going to be waiting a long time if you're waiting for him to miss that when he's that open.
And so New York calls timeout. They're first.
Well, they were getting tired out there. A quick timeout gives them an opportunity to catch their breath.
So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. Now let's bring up the 2K leaderboard to see the teams that have the most blocks during the regular season. Number 1, the Pacers.
You know, they've been dominant thanks to their length and strength and concentration on blocking shots. They knocked a few balls practically out of the arena this season and hope to do the same here in the postseason.
The Knicks with the lead. Stolen by Stevenson. Here's Watson, and you can count it over the line with a chance to make it 3.
He's one of the best in the league at that. Even with just a tiny sliver, he always seems to find a way to get it up and in.
Well, you know what they say, lose track of your man, and you'll find him at the rim. Well, you'll actually find this guy in the corner.
Yeah, you said it more than 5 of those corner triples, didn't you? Hey, it's a high percentage shot. It's the shortest of the 3-point shots you can take. He's not the only one who likes it.
Here's Mahimi. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful.
Brought back the finger roll. That's a nice finesse move to pull off with the defense all over.
Martin with the bucket.
He had his choice of finishing moves there. You just got to love the fact he went old school with the finger roll.
Here is Watson. Kenyon Martin making his last shot. Watson kicks to Mahaney. And he goes in for the dunk.
He would not be denied on that one, no matter what the defender threw at him.
Yeah, he needed just a little more effort to make that stop.
I don't know. I don't think any amount of effort would have done it. I mean, that guy was flying to the hoop.
Here's Shumpert following the score by Indiana. Bargnani sets the screen for Shumpert. Got a piece of it. Now the Pacers moving it up. Jumps up. It's down. The breakaway slam.
And once he took off, it looked like the defense just had no interest in getting in his way. That's
one where you just give up the 2 points and move on.
New York trailing. Here's Prigioni. Prigioni off a pick from Bargnani. Prigioni dishes to Bargnani. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two.
well, he stopped the dunk there. That was about the only play he could make.
Well, you don't like the foul, but you don't like to give up an easy dunk either.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. The Pacers making a change here. And both free throws good from Bargnani.
We're seeing today what makes him one of the best free throw shooters among the league's big men. Beautiful stroke.
And it's Hill penetrating. And the shot is good. Hill's got his first basket of the night.
Boy, that was impressive, Clark. He did not hesitate to take the ball right up against the bigger defender.
Boy, I like that aggressive mindset there, Steve.
Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. Indiana out in front. They're up by 2. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment.
First round of the Eastern Conference playoffs. Derrick Rose and the Chicago Bulls go up against the Atlanta Hawks this Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time.
It's the NBA playoffs. Thanks for joining us as we get back to the action here in this Game 2. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Indiana.
And they're knocking down that mid-range jumper so far.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight.
Incredible.
I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatic.
Oh, come on.
He had to go for it, didn't he? I'm with you, Kevin. You can't fault him for that. I mean, just let him go. Who cares?
Hill with it. Now guarded by Shumpert. Johnson outside. Money from the wing. New York's gone 3 of 3 from three-point land here tonight. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession. David West, he's checked in for Luis Scola. Johnson against Hardaway. World Peace. And it's good, assisting on the play with Hardaway. World Peace has got himself on the board with 3 there.
How about the passing and moving the ball without any thought, without any agenda?
It's hard to overstate all the points they've scored on assists today. Beautiful to watch.
It's tipped. The dive for the ball. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. Indiana making some changes. quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. And it's Smith penetrating. Outside, Felton. He feeds it to Chandler. The finger will finish at the bucket. Chandler's got 7.
Well, the only tough part of that basket for him was getting into such good position. The rest of it seemed easy.
Hill passes to Johnson. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
And that kind of defense is just not going to cut it, guys. I mean, they have to get a hand in his face.
Johnson against Smith. Outside Anthony. From outside the arc. And again, New York with the triple.
Well, when you think about Eastern offense, his name comes to mind immediately. It doesn't take much for him to get it going and run off a string of buckets. And one of his other great qualities, Steve, is his quick trigger off the dribble. I mean, he can get his shot off in an instant, a nanosecond.
I like the call. I thought the defense was moving there. Yeah, I think he slid underneath. Good blocking call that trip.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Danny Granger is checked in for Hill. And it's George in for Orlando Johnson. Deep 2 from Hill. And there are the Pacers with another bucket. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
Well, he wants to get everybody on the same wavelength, that's for sure. And he may change up some things here as well.
Looks to me like he saw something that wasn't on the plan and picked now is the time to address it. I don't have a problem with that.
Here's Anthony. Chandler trying to free himself up. And there's another one for the Knicks.
Anthony in a rhythm and a groove now.
Pacers trail by 3. And stolen by Felton. Into Stoudemire. Stand tall when he draws the foul. For another point at the free throw line. Boy, Hibbert picks one up.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
Indiana's gotten off 4 shots from three-point range tonight and buried every one of them. Anthony on the double team. Hill with it. Felton defender. No problem knocking that one down. And that's 10 points for Danny Granger.
Very clever passing. That was just beautifully done.
From 17 feet out. Can't get it to go. And it's the Pacers taking it the other way. And J.R. Smith picks up the foul. That's his first foul. So timeout call here, the first for Indiana. And during this break, let's take a look at some of the very best perimeter passers in basketball. These were the regular season assist leaders from the shooting guard position. Second is Paul George.
And what that group has a great understanding of is the importance of ball movement. They can really all create their own shot, but they're superb setup men as well.
You know, I enjoy seeing that mindset in the shooting guard where basically he's saying, I'm going to attack at all times, but if it's not there for me, I can drop a dime on you just as easy.
And the Pacers tack on 2 more. New York's gone along perfectly from three-point range tonight. They've gone 5 for 5.
Way to play in attack mode and get inside.
You know, if you're on defense and you're going to foul, make sure it's a good one. They did, preventing the and one.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for New York.
Guys, they're really passing the ball well here in the first half.
They also haven't been afraid to take it strong to the hoop early on tonight. I like that.
Hill kicks to Hibbert. Granger outside. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
Now, he made 2 3-pointers in the first quarter, so he continues to shoot the ball well.
Smith for 3. Gets it to go. Smith's got his second bucket tonight. Pacers trail by 3. The try by Hill, and they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltender.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
Fans don't like that call one bit.
Well, the officials got an earful as a result.
1:12 left here in the second. Here's Smith. Makes good on the step-back jumper. Smith's got 5 points now this quarter. Indiana's gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. And Roy Hibbert, the bucket on the assist by Hill. Hill's got his 7th assist in the game.
He really made that mismatch pay off. Giving up that much size isn't going to be able to put up much resistance near the basket. Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Yeah, he's sensing this is a critical time in this game, guys.
He dishes it to Scola. Pass to Hibbert. Chandler on him. From 10 feet out. Again, Indiana.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Well, their energy is lacking. They've got to start playing hard.
When he gets into that area.
You know, he fixed the simple one-handed step to get the 2 points.
Well, those could be an important 2 points, too, guys, in a close game like this one. You know, he started out hot, and he's only gotten hotter. He could be in for one of those games.
Here's Granger. And again, it's Indiana.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Smith for 3. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. Hardaway's got 3 assists tonight. Here's Scola. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening, Steve.
No, it's off the charts. It really is. And defensively, I mean, they have to start shutting down some of those lanes to the hoop.
4 seconds left. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard, and the shot will go to the line. The Knicks have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one.
2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And New York making a change here. Hardaway hits them both.
He has such terrific form and consistency on his free throw. Beautiful to watch.
Watson can't get it to go. And we're through 2 here. And good one. Knicks lead by 1. Make sure you stay tuned for the Sprint Halftime Show with Damon Bruce. Then we'll be back here right after that for the second half.
Now, presented by Sprint.
What unbelievable postseason action we've got going on so far. This is 2K Sports as we get deeper into round 1 of the playoffs. A closely contested game for the Knicks in New York going against Indiana. They're looking for their second win in as many games in this series. J.R. Smith scoring with ease against the Pacers defense. He's got 11 points and also has contributed with his passing, making some assists. Good overall, also, though, for the Pacers. They've been working the ball inside, getting in close, easy points around the rim. Some terrific basketball out of Danny Granger. What he's been able to do from the field has been nothing short of spectacular. Only a select few players in the league can shoot the ball like that. Thanks so much for joining me here in studio. Second half action is coming right up. We hope you enjoy the rest of the game.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And we're back to the action here in this round 1 matchup.
A great game for Granger in this one. He has 17 points, and he's got 9 points from behind the arc.
Yeah, that's been an important part of his game today. He's made his open looks.
Checking out the group of Frank Vogel to start the second half. George Hill at the 1, Paul George at the 2, Granger and West at the forward slots. And it's Hibbert in at the 5, home in the paint.
And the lead goes right back over. This is a seesaw affair.
The game's there for the taking, but neither team seems to want it.
suddenly changes now, and we're just in the third quarter.
Yeah, each side having a tough time staying in front.
Well, the fans love it. I mean, a tug of war, back and forth affair, but if you're a coach, man, there's a little frustration here. You're trying to pull ahead, but pretty evenly matched game.
The Knicks have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well. Granger misses. New York's gone off with a three-pointer tonight. They're a perfect 7 of 7. Smith dishes to Chandler. And Smith backing in. A stupendous finish in traffic. Smith's got 13.
Now, sometimes when you're at a height disadvantage, that's the way to attack. Go right at your defender.
On the wing, Granger. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hill's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one.
Seems like they're on their heels every time defensively because the ball continues to go into the post.
Well, if they don't pick up the aggression, things are only going to get worse.
Chandler. And again, it's New York.
Nothing but money for them to start the half. They've made all three of their shots.
Hill kicks to George. Pass to Granger for three. That is good. Granger's got 5 points in the quarter.
Guys, they've had a solid start to the second half offensively. Got good looks, and they've made 3 out of 4 of them.
Let's bring up the 2K leaderboard to see which teams were the toughest on opposing ball handlers in the regular year. The Pacers in 5th.
Kevin, time and time again, this team has proved during the regular season that they were a force to be reckoned with at the defensive end of the floor. Active, always in the stands, always applying pressure.
That bucket in no time at all. 16 points for J.R. Smith.
That would be 4 in a row for them now as they have come racing out of the gate to start this second half.
And George, here we go. Hibbert the pass to George. Shot clock at 6. Hill. From deep three-point range. Shot no good. Felton with some nice D. It's tipped. Now here's West. He has 6. On the wing, George. It's back to Hill. And there's the call on Felton. That's his first foul.
And, you know, these calls can be some of the toughest in the game for the officials.
It all happened so fast, but I really think that was the right call. The defender was not really set in that situation.
So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. Mahaney dishes to Watson. Shot's good. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Watson kicks to Martin. And stolen by Watson. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andrea Bargnani. That is his first foul of the game. Scola passes to Watson. Scola backing down. Copeland dishes it to Watson. Rejected by Martin. Shumpert dishes to Bargnani. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
You know, he may lack grace, but his length makes up for it. Can still throw it down now.
Well, you don't have to be a fantastic leaper when you're his size.
Well, it's too bad because with a little more athleticism, can you imagine how dangerous he'd be underneath the boards?
Here's Shumpert. It's good, and Watson picking up the assist. Now it's a 6-point New York lead. And the Pacers call time here. And during the timeout, both coaches get a chance here to review the strategy at this point of the game along with the discussions. Also some rehydration going on with Gatorade. Everyone trying to bring their top game here tonight.
Yeah, that's why you see the trainers going around to every player, making sure they're hydrated, they're getting enough to drink during the game. And so important to hydrate yourself and keep yourself strong and ready to play for these big minutes down the stretch.
Hill kicks to Scola. Takes a shot at the elbow, and that one's good. Scola's got 7.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
The feed to Bargnani. That's good. And the Knicks lead by 4.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post after the goal.
Well, that's important because this game, I think, is going to be decided by who controls the paint in the crunch time.
Deep 2 from Hill. And again, it's Indiana converting.
That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
Bargnani passes to Brigioni. Left side Hardaway. Out of bounds. Next ball as New York keeps possession of it. And some changes here for the Pacers. Stoudemire, here we go. And he throws. Hard with one hand.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that.
Doesn't he make the basics a pretty exception?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does them.
Well, he should stay with those basics in a tight ball game because we've got one here tonight.
High, arcing shot, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. It's on Tyson Chandler. For Indiana, they have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today. Orlando Johnson's checked in for Indiana. Both good from the line that time. Here's Smith. 16 points for him. And here's Anthony from the arc. Smith with the assist that time. And that's 17 points for Carmelo Anthony. The try by Granger.
Good. I don't know who was supposed to be on him there, but clearly a mistake by the defense. Should probably use a little clock here.
Yep, make this the very last possession.
Outside, Felton. Kept alive. Here's Smith. Soft touch off the pass. Smith's got 18 points.
That's some tenacity inside, battling for the second chance points.
3 seconds left. And George finishes inside.
Good defense, but you gotta love the finish with the finger roll over the top.
We've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. It's the Knicks. They lead by 3. We've got more in store for you right after this.
First round of the Eastern Conference Playoffs. LeBron James and the Miami Heat go up against the Orlando Magic this Wednesday, 7 o'clock Eastern.
Come on, fans. And welcome back to the NBA playoffs as we get ready to continue with this round 1 matchup. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Knicks.
How about the three-point shooting we're seeing so far, guys? Amazing.
Another thing they've done tonight well is share the ball. So many of their points have come off of just crisp passes.
Stoudemire and Chandler together up front. Bill Watson out there with Felton. And it's Smith in at the 3. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. And it's Granger penetrating. And it's good. Granger's got 28 points for the game.
He is setting this place on fire, fellas. His shooting has been off the charts. Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
But you know they've got nice lead. Don't take any chances. The simple one-hander is just fine.
Watson dishes to Granger. Shoots it. That's good, and the assist goes to Watson. 30 points for Danny Granger.
Well, you know, he has shot the ball well, but it has not been contagious. His teammates They haven't had the same groove, and that's why we're looking at this result so far. You know, tired legs can affect you at the defensive end. I think that's what's happening right here.
I agree, because as much offense as we saw early, we're seeing even more of it here late.
Hibbert with the screen on Felton. Open shot, George. And again, it's Indiana converting.
And he came off that screen. The defense just couldn't get over the top. Beautiful play.
Yep, and without a hand in his face, he's going to bury those.
And Indiana making a change here. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Yes, guys, over that break, I was able to catch the message Mike Woodson was giving to his team. He said, no time to waste, fellas. We've got to pick it up right now if we're going to make a comeback and try to win this thing. Let's go all out. Back to you.
Thanks a lot, Doris. Here's Anthony. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Anthony's got 19 points. Pacers trail by 6. Hill up top. He's covered by Felton. Hill kicks to Granger. That's the bucket. Granger's got 32 points in the game.
Tell you what, he's had an excellent game, and they're going to have to continue to rely on him if they're going to come back.
Back to Felton. Lets it go from deep, and the shot is good.
This is incredible. It's been a three-point barrage since halftime.
Yeah, whether by design or by accident, it has been impressive.
Here's Stevenson. Gets the bucket and the foul. They get Kenny Martin.
Feels like a flip has been switched at halftime because both teams now really getting after it.
And it's been a fun half of basketball, Steve.
The Knicks leading by 4. Smith outside. Back to Martin. And here's Anthony for 3. And again, New York with the triple.
Second three-pointer of the half, 4th overall. So he's having a nice game from outside.
Time goal here, Indiana decides the shot. After like we've seen from Carmelo Anthony.
He's been locked in from deep. They're giving him too much breathing room and definitely paying the price for it.
As passes to Hill. For those just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. West gets the bucket.
They're taking so many shots down there, and they're knocking them down. Really good looks in the paint.
No doubt the offensive philosophy today. Pound that thing inside.
Tough play. He had to fight his way all the way to the rim.
One shot. Pacers trail by 8. Granger drives in. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. Granger's got 8 points here in this quarter.
He's got the touch they needed here as this one goes down to the wire.
Absolutely. 4 for 4. He knows he needs every basket. He'll look for them to continue to get the ball.
everybody in the building to know who threw that one down.
Hanging on the rim is, I guess, one way to do it.
It's the best way to do it, as long as you don't get teed up, I guess.
And that'll be Indiana as it goes out of bounds. Pacers retain possession. Tyson Chandler is checked in for New York. Stoudemire comes in for Metta World Peace. There's West. It's good from about 19 feet.
You know, that mid-range jump shot, maybe an underutilized tool in today's NBA, but it's really serving this team well.
In fact, it very well might be the strongest area of their game offensively. He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Hill inside. He's covered by Felton. Anthony down low, and that one's good. Anthony's got 24 points.
He's a big reason why they have the lead right now. He's made all of his field goal attempts thus far and remains hot from the floor.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Here's Stevenson. Good. The assist goes to Hill.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
Oh, and then jammed by Anthony.
He's really carrying a lot of the load offensively, and that's almost always good news for him.
There's 1:17 left in the game. Stevenson dishes to West. Granger. And he swishes it right through. Granger's got 36.
Much in the clutch. He's 5 for 5 from the field here in the fourth.
Well, they keep giving him the ball, and it's working, so I wouldn't change a thing. All the points these defenders are allowing inside is inexcusable. It's 5 baskets in a row, and they've all been practically laying it.
Yeah, they've got to harden and toughen up down there, guys.
You know, defensively, you cannot forget about him. He gave him a wide open look there.
That one goes. Count it. New York's gotten off to a great start from three-point range in the final quarter. They're a perfect 3 of 3. Felton kicks to Smith. And again, New York with the triple.
Boy, he's putting up big numbers in that three-point column, guys.
Here's Hill. And the Pacers take on 2 more. There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and now they decide to foul intentionally. The Pacers making a switch here. George is checked in, and so they choose to intentionally foul.
Shooting from the floor, Raymond Felton. At the line for 2.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. Indiana's gone 7 of 9 on three-pointers tonight. Outstanding mark from long range. Indiana moving the ball over. Three-pointer, Granger. Good! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Boy, he quieted the crowd with that big shot. That's a big one. Yeah, crowd's been hoping for something to cheer for, but nothing.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yep, you got to extend the game here. Try to keep that clock from moving.
And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point.
Those are big free throws, guys, because now it becomes a 2-possession game.
And the Pacers call time here. They're trailing by 5. 20 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
Well, they need to draw something up here. I think they'll go for a quick 2. And if not, maybe break somebody free for a long three-pointer.
And they have to know they need to foul right after the shot goes in as well.
George for three. Yes! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
He's so clutch, Kevin. When the pressure is at its highest, that's when he's at his very best.
And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here. He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game. The Indiana's gotten off to a great start from three-point range in the final quarter. They're a perfect 3 of 3. And the to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
For Knicks. Carmelo Anthony. 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5. And so both free throws are good. And it's a 6-point ball game.
Well, that's going to be it. Great work at the charity stripe. We're going to close this game out.
Granger inside the line. Buries it. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. They're up by 4. Just 4 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Outside Anthony. On deep. It's off. So a close game sees New York take this one. And Clark, you know, it was quite a nail-biter.
Yeah, it was tight. Their guys were able to come up with big plays down the stretch, and that's the difference.
That'll do it for now. For Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in to the Eastern Conference quarterfinals here on 2K Sports. Now let's check out our Jordan Player of the Game.
So this was another close game so far. As of the New Year Knicks, they take the 2-0 series over the 5th seed Indiana Pacers. Carmelo Anthony get a job, 28 points, 5 assists. J.R. Smith, 25 points. Raymond Felton, 14 points in the rest of the Knicks. And for the Indiana Pacers, despite getting Ranger, got 41 points in a huge, big game. Paul George got 14 and George Hill 13, and the rest of the Indiana, that was a close victory here. So now the New York Knicks to take the 2-0 series over the number 5 seed Indiana Pacers. Here's the bracket in the playoff picture in the East. So now we'll see you later on today. We'll see you tomorrow on the Sunday. And I hear the rumors tonight. I hear the rumors for the NBA schedule. They see the first ever, the return of the NBA on NBC. That was the schedule rumor for the NBA. You see, we got Kevin Durant makes his return to former team in OKC once again. Kevin Durant will make his debut as the Houston Rockets. As Houston Rockets take on the reigning NBA champion Oklahoma City Thunder. Kevin Durant up against his former team. Kevin Durant and the rest of the Rockets take on the young and rise of the OKC. It was SGA and Chet Holmgren. That could be a good. Followed by the second game on NBC. No more TNT this time. We got a great one. The Los Angeles Lakers take on the Golden State Warriors. Features, there might be potential rumor, it might be a fake because LeBron James wants to trade Dallas. So LeBron James and Luka Doncic as the Lakers take on Stephen Curry and Jimmy Butler of the Golden State Warriors. That should be a good one. And for the Christmas games, right now in the news, we see the news right now in the NBA Christmas. We got 5 NBA Christmas together. First, we got in Cleveland, we got Jalen Brunson take on Donovan Mitchell as the New York Knicks take on the Cleveland Cavaliers. That will be a great one. The second matchup, this is the big taller man matchup, featuring Victor Wembanyama take on Chet Holmgren as the San Antonio Spurs take on the Oklahoma City Thunder. Yes, this was a great one. Next, who else? Yeah, the 4 up in Western Conference. There's no Boston Celtics there since it was injury for Jason Tatum. So, we got LeBron James against Kevin Durant. Will be another showdown each other as Los Angeles Lakers take on the Houston Rockets. This could be a great one. That will be a great. Great one. LeBron James take on Kevin Durant. This could be a right now a matchup. This could be a great. Next, go in Dallas. We got Stephen Curry and Jimmy Butler of the Golden State Warriors take on the new number 1 overall pick in the 2025 draft was Dallas Mavericks is Cooper Flack, Anthony Davis, and Klay Thompson of the Dallas Mavericks, as Kyrie Irving still not playing because of torn ACL, will be out for the next season. As the Golden State Warriors take on the Dallas Mavericks. And then last but not least, a rivalry matchup that should be a good one, featuring Minnesota Timberwolves led by Anthony Edwards and Rudy Gobert, along with Mike Conley, take on Nikola Jokic and Jamar Murray of the Denver Nuggets. That will be a good one. The NBA Christmas begins there. And now it's time to move on. So next game, we're on the Palace in Auburn Hills in Detroit, Michigan. Game 2 heads to Palace in Auburn Hills between the 6th seed Washington Wizards take on the 3 seed Detroit Pistons. Will the Wizards trying to go 2-0 or the Pistons try to even the series at 1? John Wall and Bradley Beal trying to go the young and Rice take on Josh Smith and Andre Drummond. And followed by the second game here at United Center, the Chicago Bulls take on host with the Atlanta Hawks. Will the Hawks trying to go for the even the series at 1, or the Bulls go for the same with a 2-0? So that will do it for now. This is Andre Kenshin, NFL preseason. I forgot I was missed the last time, as the NFL preseason is here. You see right now, as we all know, you see here at the Gillette Stadium, You see the New England Patriots rebuild or unveil the banner statue. It was Tom Brady, the pictures of the Super Bowl 42. That was a Tom Brady Super Bowl 42 statue. That was the post amazing with his helmetless. This was a great one. This is the post Super Bowl 42 statues. It's a great one. And see right now in the good in here you see the high when he removed his helmet for Tom Brady, the greatest of all time ever. And we all know now the Detroit Lions and the Atlanta Falcons, the game was halted and suspended. That was so many scary horror injury. That was ending up right now. So the NFL preseason, I forgot. So hopefully the NFL season predictions will be coming up soon. And the NFL Week 1 predictions is coming soon, this coming September. As the NFL season is back, will be upcoming next every Wednesday night. And the movie of playoffs continues. So that'll do it for now. This is Andre Kenshin as the New York Knicks defeated Indiana Pacers 5-4, 117 and 113. This is Andre Kenshin say so long from Madison Square Garden, New York City. We'll see you tomorrow for the Washington Wizards and the Detroit Pistons, followed by the Atlanta Hawks and the Chicago Bulls. It's time to say sign up and peace out. Good night, and reminder, we'll see you tomorrow for the first game here in the Palace in Auburn Hills. We got the 6th seed Washington Wizards take on the 3rd seed Detroit Pistons, and followed by the second game here in the United Center in Chicago. We got the 7th seed Atlanta Hawks led by Al Horford and Paul Millsap take on the 2 seed Chicago Bulls led by Derrick Rose and Joakim Noah. It's once again sign out and peace out. Good night, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and once again, we'll see you tomorrow. So long, everyone, and thank you.